today is we're doing the morning ritual for guitar growth, and I wanted to welcome you personally and hey Sky, first to the comment list. Good morning. Kevin Haas, good morning friend. I've got a fingerstyle week or finger picking week coming up for you. I think that's coming really soon. I think that might be this week or next. So so there's that. Let me just try to find my place here. We have a few things to talk about, and I'm not sure if you got a chance to check out the app yesterday, the Real Tanpura app, but I hope you did. And if you didn't, that's the name of the app. All right, let's go ahead and cut the glare down here. You don't have to come here and wear sunglasses in the morning. All right, so let's start with a tune-up, a quick tune-up. All right, we'll start with a tune-up, and that is the old A440. Good morning, Sky and Amance. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning. Guitar for everyone. Get fiddle for everybody. Raul, good morning, sirs. All right. Good morning, kind Sir Totorello. Good morning, Jill. Here's the A. Let's see what it says on the guitar surface. All right, let's take a look. Let's see what we've got. Let's get some likes on this before we play. Oh, good idea. Hey, let me punch that like button down. There we go. Consider my job done. Good idea, Scott. Good idea. Great. Wonderful, wonderful idea. I did look into it, trying to read up on the app. Good. All right. I'll probably create some backing tracks, so you could probably just kind of use the interwebs to do it if you don't want to purchase the app. So just let me know what keys you're looking at, and I can give you like 20-minute or 30-minute like backing tracks and just upload them to my YouTube channel. Maybe if that helps, I'd love to help out that way if that works. I'm not sure what's going on with this lighting this morning. I'm competing with the outside. We had some snow last night, and as you know, we're in whiteout conditions behind me, so the whites are blown out, and so you can see. I hope that's not too annoying for you. We should be able to blah blah blah. I'll stop with the tech nerd stuff, but. Kevin, I could help you with a backing track. What are you looking for? So we have tuning here. And then I think a little tuning there, and that will go a long way, won't it? So we're talking, a little bit about, I think we're close to tuned up. Hey, good morning, Bernard. Jill, the name of the app is Real Tanpura, Tanpura, and it's an instrument that sets a drone, and it accompanies you when there is no accompanist. It gives you a sort of a modal sort of drone bass, but it's good, as you saw yesterday, as we learned yesterday. It gives us a good platform upon which to build our creations and our improvisations in a certain key or mode, right? So we don't have to concern ourselves with harmonic playing, whether I need to get to the D note or the D chord, or whether in the C major scale, if it's D minor or E minor. We just play through the notes of the major scale or the minor scale or the mode of the moment, and then based against the backdrop of that drone boing, that drone tone, and that will give us the courage and the incentive, and then the melodic playground, the melodic sandbox that we can sort of like play dump trucks in or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's just playtime. It's playtime, and it's really not intended to, at first, it's just intended to be an encourager of melodic thought, processing melodic thought in real time, and helping those things to realize on the finger and the fretboard. And eventually it does become something. I was thinking about getting a, you know, like a little finger style warm-up week coming up too, because I really like these like Ted Green chords that we've been working through together. So this may be coming down the pike in the next week or two or whatever. But I think I'm going to stick with the Tanpura to this week and really try to experience that. Today we might, you know, talk about a C drone, but play C Dorian over it or C Phrygian mode over it. So that will help us to sort of like internalize and process in real time some of those things that are hard to think through the it kind of gives us it presents a Mozart effect. It sort of has an unlocking quality, right? An unlocking, but it allows us to go deeper within. But this is the kind of thing I'd really like to explore this in the coming weeks. You know, just once I get my fingernails back, my finger is kind of recovering from taking a large part of the middle finger off with a mandolin the other day. So fingernails are coming back. So I think it's almost time to start working on how to, you know, just incorporate these finger picking patterns in my guitar practice. You know, just kind of good old fashioned sort of acoustic, sort of stretchy voicings that kind of that were either there or they weren't there before Ted Green arrived. You know what I mean? So I want to really take a look at getting these melodies. Playing around here, just working on some really simple finger position shifts with the fret hand, and some really kind of fun stuff with the right hand, and finding a groove and a grid and multiple grids that we can jump onto. So that will likely be a finger style series that happens soon, you know. So without, you know, enough of the housekeeping, but I think we're close enough to in tune to be able to start with the 60 beats per minute. It's been a really wild morning shoveling out, and we've already been pretty active this morning, so I'm ready to a little punchy today. So bear with me, but here we go. 1 E and 2, 11 and 12, frets 3 and fingers 3 and 4. And we'll start with 60 beats per minute like we always do, but 4 attacks per beat. And really what this is about, literally it's about me warming up my body and my fret hands, my picking hands for the remainder of my guitar day. Today I will spend likely 8 hours in the studio, and most of that will be, sometimes it's research, sometimes it's mixing, sometimes it's mastering, sometimes we send our recordings over to Adam Ayan, the great Adam Ayan from the old mastering house with Bob Ludwig at Gateway. Sometimes we do the light work in-house, but Adam's got a pretty good, if you're in need of a real professional, like, you know, Grammy award winning mastering engineer, Adam's a good one to look up. Really kind of a nice feather in the cap, you know what I mean? He's great. Fingers 2 and 3, frets 11 and 12, 1 E and a 2, just continue right along. Go E and a. So 4 attacks per beat. Let's see who we've got here. Bernard, good morning, Bernard. The name of the app again was Real Tanpura. I just wanted to repeat that again one more time. Started yesterday with soar variations. Yeah, there you go. There's probably a 42 in there somewhere, Raul. I need a challenge. Yeah, I know what you mean. Let's work on repertoire. I've got some, I think I'm going to work on the intro of the late great Chuck Berry's song. What's that famous song that he played there on the electric guitar? I'm going to break that down, I think, later this week, I think. But it's, that's a fun one to get right. And maybe with a little effort I can get it right too. Recuerdos de Alhambra. That's a pretty fun. That's a great piece of music too. Yeah, 1 E and a 2 and a T E and a 4 E and a. Oh yeah, we had some snow. We had probably 3 or 4 inches last night of snow, which was sort of unexpected. I had the tractor snowblower all still parked in the garage, but I don't think I'm going to take it out. We're supposed to reach the 40s today, and it's the pavement that accumulated that heat all day yesterday has pretty much melted all of the pavement snow away. Johnny, be good. There you go. Of course, Anthony knows this inside now. I use a cello drone. It's mellow. That screeching string sound drives me crazy. That's a good idea, Mark. That's a wonderful idea. Ooh, Maybelline. Yeah, that's another good one. A sharp. Spoken like a true guitar man. That's funny. Funny guy. Here we go. Fingers 3 and 4. We're just working the angle of working the stretch, continuing to improve the stretch. I've got to change my posture already, so here we go. Ready? Hold on. There we go. Let's take a look at this. Let me see if I can do this thing this way. I'm going to be, oh, there we go. That's nice. That's sort of consistent with, I would angle the guitar body away from my person a little bit, probably, between 5 and 10 degree angle, 15 degree angle at the most, but close to a 5 degree angle, just to get the back off of my body, so that the back can vibrate a little bit too. The back wants the back of the guitar wants to join the party. So let's go ahead and start with fingers 3 and 4. Stretch between 10 and 12. 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Marty McFly's version of Trying to Be Good. What a great film. I still can't get over like how blown away I was, no pun intended, the first time he strummed that chord in front of that wall-sized speaker. I thought, man, I want to stand in front of that speaker. And since then, we've had rigs, we've had concert equipment, you know what I mean, bass bins that will palpitate the heart, and we've developed an appreciation for working with that equipment over the years. Matico, good morning, friend. Good morning. Good to have you back here. Yeah, nice to see you. Always nice to see everybody here. So I tried taping a bulb. No, you didn't. Did you really? Lasted about an hour and a half, and I woke up finger pain. I had to take it off. My hand was swollen and sore the next day. Did you really? But I actually have about an eighth of a better stretch now. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, no pain, no gain, right? No deposit, no return. Well, thanks for reporting out on that. I was kind of wondering about that myself. So 1E and a 2E and a TE hadn't gone there yet. I remember, playing baseball, like you do whatever you could to get the glove to stretch and conform as soon as possible. You get that new Wilson second base glove or whatever. Wayne McFarlane, good morning. Top of the morning, yeah, top of the day to you. These fingers 2 and 3 are mostly uncooperative this morning. We need another band with a wall of sound, 32-foot standing bass. You know, it's a really, that's a great idea. You know, I don't know if that's like a thing. That's not really a thing anymore, is it? Because you can pretty much accomplish most of that with much smaller form factors these days, right? Boy, my fingers are really taking giving me some guff this morning. Nothing but grief. Here we go. 1 E and a 2 T. Stephen Bray, good morning. Welcome, and I'll just explain what's going on here so we can all be on the same page, but stick around just for a second. 1 E and a 2, C E and a O. Sky Animates, you should staple. So Stephen and newcomers, if you're new here, this is the morning. I wanted to welcome you to the morning ritual for guitar growth. Morning ritual for guitar growth. And, take it as you will. My intention is to be here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This season, this time of year anyway, because we do daylight savings. Good or bad, that's what we do. And then, so that could be something for you to be aware of. Sometimes it's Eastern Standard Time, sometimes it's Eastern Daylight Time, but right now it's Eastern Daylight Time, 7:30, and you can just come and go as you please. Bring a guitar and practice along with us, and we work on building breath and maintaining breath. And then we actually work on tuning the guitar when we start in the morning. So that's okay. You don't have to be in tune. You can tune up together with us. And then we proceed to, usually there's a motion to proceed with practicing, a quick discussion and a vote, and it's all yays. Practice, practice, practice. So we have this really nice time in the morning. It's about an hour worth. So over the span of this whole year 2025, because I'm doing this every weekday morning for the entirety of the year, we'll have accumulated at least 260 hours of practice time. We're going to take that first video that we recorded. We had some preseason activity too, but we'll take the first video from the beginning and the last video we're going to record. Then we'll compare. I have a list of analysis, spreadsheet for analysis of what to look for. How did we grow from this video to this last video? And then we're going to really absorb a longitudinal study of the benefits of visiting with the guitar every day. Okay, so there are a lot of things to measure here. It's a very exciting time for me because I haven't seen it done yet. Okay, so this is going to be someone's dissertation, I'm sure. So 1, 2, T and a O, and we're going to start with, every morning we start with 60 beats per minute, every morning. And today is no different. And then we're using fingers 2 and 4 and frets 9 and 12 now. We'll just use that ascend the position, descend the position, descend the pattern, descend the position, ascend the pattern, descend the position, and then we'll get all the way back down here and come back up to the top from whence we can. And that's how we'll proceed. So join me. 2 and a 2 E and a 2. You know what to do. And here we go. 2 4. Whole lot of 2 4. And so Mr. Michael, so many people talk about there's no way. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. There's no way around the repetition. In my mind, I can't talk, I can't say the words that I don't know, and if I don't understand the meaning of the word, the multiple connotations of the word in context, I don't have a very clear line of communication. And music works that same way, and finger style, finger patterning works the same way. So if I'd never practiced the finger patterns and I'm called to play those finger designs, I'm not able to really persist through that new design, so that improvisational design. So 1 E and a 2, fingers 1 and 3, same frets. Good. Swiss Alps. Good morning. Yeah, boy, what it would give to be in the Alps today, up in the Alpine zone. Maybe there's a rope and we have 1 or 2 others on the team and we're just kind of getting up into I've got a little bit of sunscreen on my nose. I've got the glacier goggles on so I don't get itchy eyes from snow blindness. Man, that's a great fantasy to hear this morning. So what a great YouTube handle. Thanks for coming by. VP Records. It's good to see you around again. How are you doing over there? And if you stick around Swiss Alps, I might get to some Nirvana. And you can see by my flannel that I'm a huge Nirvana fan, right? Anything Northwest from the 90s, mid-90s, I'm probably a fan. Probably right there with you. So fingers 1 and 4, let's get those going. And we'll start the stretch from 7 to 12. Yep. So fingers 7 and 12. Frets 7 and 12, fingers 1 and 4. Here we go. 1 and a 2, T and a 4, yeah, I love that breakdown of the word. I love the word clues where you break it down and look at. That's excellent. I might post that to the community wall later today, just to be sort of like, just to be cool. I don't know if you can see me sweating over here, but this is really working me out. Hey Steven, thanks for the sub, man. Absolutely appreciate it. Good to have you on board, and I'm sure all of us in this live chat feel the same way. We it's a small but mighty crowd, and then usually we'll have anywhere between 1,000 and 7,500 people just dropping by over the span of a morning. So it's not. There's something here for everyone, but sometimes it takes time for us to just kind of find the right spot and the right fit, right? So I've lived long enough to know that I'm not the right fit for some, believe me. So 1, 2, T, and fingers 2, 3, and 4, and we're 23 minutes in. Before we proceed, I've just got to get a quick stretch in, okay? Straight elbow, put the guitar down here so that I can so I don't want to break the guitar. Those windows behind me get pretty bright. So 1 click, we're going to count 15 clicks per stretch. We're starting here, straight elbows. And I'll show you my favorite shirt. Yeah, I bought a pile of these a long time ago from here we go, from Camp Toad. I don't know if you can see that embroidery here, that Camp Toad. I used to play in a band called Moby Toad, so that's kind of fun to know about. But I like the shirt, the color so much, the fit, and that I've worn all of them out. I'm down to my last 2. And it'll be a sad day when I have to retire these and frame them, hang them on the wall. That's because that's where they go. They belong on the wall for certain. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey Greg, what's going on? Is this are you new to the channel here? I forget. Fartlander, it sounds like maybe I've seen you before here. Thank you for the request. Thank you very much for the request. I love the old Hank Williams. Like, are you thinking in the jailhouse now, or what do you, hey, good looking? That's a good one. That's a really good one. let's get that. Let's break that out real quick, just to kind of divert our attention away from warming up. So if you're new here, this hour-long live stream that happens every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is specifically designed. Now, it's specifically designed to be my warm-up time. And I need the warm-up time because practicing is for people who suck. Okay, that's what I've had. If you're seeing, like, if you ever, we used to joke around with this. The guitar player, there's a band that's touring around called Yellow Brick Road, and they're an Elton John tribute band. If you haven't seen them around yet, you've got to check them out. They're so cool. If you haven't seen them around, just check them out, follow them somewhere, and then maybe some YouTube footage or something. Yellow Brick Road's the name of the band, and the guitar player, they're all good friends of mine, but they do a super job and they have so much fun. But the guitar player once said, "Hey Jason, you know, practicing's for people who suck, right?" And I'm like, "Okay, Mike, yeah, that's why I practice." So this is designed for me to be practicing and warming up every day because too bad there wasn't an exercise for handsome, you know what I mean? So I'd be doing that a lot more. So let's try this out. We'll start with fingers 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 E and a 2, 10, 11, and 12, and we'll get to some covers maybe here in a second. 2, 3, and 4 E and good morning, Dan. Good morning. Dead song that I was going to do on the channel. I forget what it was. It was, man, it was like every time they'd go around the song, and every time the song came back around, they'd use like a different chord progression. They were all playing different chords and different bass line. It wasn't like the same 12 bars or 16 bars stamped like bang, 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 bang. And I thought, man, how do we interpret that? So I guess they've just played together for so long at that point and practiced so much that all of the chords they played seemed to sort of like fit the bill, even though they weren't sort of like all necessarily playing the Nashville country D with the Nashville bass player playing the Nashville country D or the A in the bass or some other color tone. It was very colorful. The Grateful Dead had a very colorful approach to and freeing, liberating approach to what they did, you know. A good friend Chuck was touring with them, and then let's do the fingers 1, 2, and 3. So 10, 11, 12. 1 E and a 2 E and a you know what to do. A good friend Chuck. Mr. Winfield, he used to tour with Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and they were on the bill with Janis, and you know they were on the bill with Grateful Dead, and you know backstage he was saying like the kids of the children of the band, the Grateful Dead, would do the hand rollies for the adults while they were waiting to be served. You know what I mean? So you know it's a family affair. I think I don't take it with a grain of salt. Get any snow up there, Dan? We got about 4 inches of wet, heavy last night. Most of it's melted off the pavement already. You know, that sort of that same thing happened to Gordon Lightfoot. You know, Gordon Lightfoot could have pretty much retired earlier, but he, you know, so many people to take care of. You know, it happens. You know, I mean, when the album sales fall out from underneath you and the digital world transforms your royalty system, and you know, you counted on that income for your prime time, and then it no longer existed. So, you know, it's kind of a challenge, right? Let's try another thing. Let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll move right along. and frets 9, 10, 11, and 12, and 1 E and a 2, 3 E and a 4 E and a. Did you see any of the footage where he was working with great David Grisman? There was some footage where they were playing together, recording like either the pizza tapes or some Garcia Grisman work, and you can just see that Jerry had looked sort of like an emotional sucked on popsicle. You know what I mean? It just so much giving of the self. Is you gotta sort of like take care of the self too. The self is important, probably the most important, right? Charity starts at home, and it's a hard one sometimes, a hard pill to swallow, but all things are possible in alignment with God, that's for certain. I keep coming back to that, keep kind of swinging away from that, and then it's like, nope, that's not how it works for me. So hopefully that helps somebody out there. So we're just working the old, hey Jimmy, working the old. Chris, what's going on? 1911. Yeah, I have moderators here, so it's just, we're trying to keep this light and lively. The idea, the intent of the, no worries, man. Sometimes it just takes us a second, just a hot minute sometimes, just to take a look at what the feed is all about. And if you look here, there are guitar players from all over the world who join this live stream to chat, offer their services, offer their, you know, their it's a rising tide floats all boats here. And so what we're doing, if you're just tuning in, let me clarify this a little bit. Finger 4 stretch, we're going to get stretchy while I talk. So 9, 10, 11, and 13. And we'll start now. 2E and a TE and a 4E and a, no worries, don't, I'm one of those people who I don't really like using the word sorry. And if I've placed myself in a position where I feel like I should say the word sorry, I always try to reframe it so that it's both constructive for my person and the other person receiving it. I'm not a real, like, huge restorative justice kind of person, you know. I'm not really a, you know, I believe, and I have, you know, I'll probably talk more about that later on, but we're here every weekday morning working the old magic. And I don't know about anyone else here. I know there are a handful of us here, guitar players from all over the planet, that tune into the live chat to be here for support. 2 of them, if you see the blue wrenches, those are the moderators that are actively engaged in you know, keeping the, you know, helping to maintain and encourage the community to express positive growth. This is the morning ritual for guitar growth if you're just tuning in, and it's just every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. I'm here and doing the guitar growth thing. So it's really important throughout all of 2025. This is like episode 72 or something like that. And later today, in about 10 minutes, if you stick around, we're going to open up a drone app, and that's going to help us. That's going to help me anyway. It's going to help me, hopefully not annoy too many others. It's going to help me just shift gears a little bit and turn my warm-up into a seasoning station. You know what I mean? We've got some batter, we're battering up the, you know, we're getting the egg wash on the chicken, you know, we've off the chicken, we've prepared the chicken, we've gone ahead and egg washed it. Now we're dipping it in the, you know, the first round of flour, and then we're coming back to the wash. Now we're coming into the seasoning station. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. This next part of the session in about 10 minutes, coming right up, is like the seasoning station for me. So stick around, you'll like it. So 1 and 2, 8, 10, 11, 12, fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, fingers stretched back, finger 1 you can see it doing that Lord's work. 1 E and a 2 E and a T, smash that like button. Am I going to play anything besides finger exercises? What are you interested in hearing? I see Megadeth, I love Megadeth, like anything from that group, you know, I love all of that. I see Jimmy's got the Megadeth bug, yeah. You know, Raul has been working on his channel. He's been doing some diminished sequences, diminished passages. So if you check out Raul's channel and you take a look at some of the diminished things, I think he's got diminished patterns that he's rolling through, you know, 4 or 5 minute videos, pretty easy to digest. And you can check out what he's doing. He's right here at this channel right now. He's in the live chat, and you can speak more to it if you wanted to, but you'll find that those are pretty, if you want to get after some Megadeth, you're going to need to have some really cool, put some polish on the old diminished riffs, get some like Teflon spray and spray those down a little bit. And Dominant 9. Yeah, he's really pushing the boundaries here. He's really working hard. Sir Jiggy with it. He can really play. That boy can really play. If you want to lay the lead to symphony, do the exercises. Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's how I learned it when I was 15. Maybe, I hate to date myself. Man, that was, maybe I was 15 or something like that. I had my little gem going, my Ibanez Gem 77 FP. Beautiful guitar. Oh man. It still pains me to this day to think that I traded it for a jazz box in music school. Man, what an idea I had. Anybody name that one? We'll play some more covers. So nice Pearl Jam. Oh, Luciano, you got it, man. You got it. I told you that flannel speaks loud, you know. That flannel really, they sold a pile of flannel, didn't they? Man, they sold some flannel. I didn't even know about flannel until grunge hit, you know. And then I was like, oh, that's what people are supposed to wear in public. Oh, yeah. Have you heard this song? If I had no place to fall, and I needed to, could I count on you to lay me down? Really cool, like chord progression here. Is not really in tune anymore, so we'll give it a quick check. Oh yeah, that's, I had a couple of you know, some of my first tunes, like I really had some. Adrian, what's going on? Can you try and play a song by ear? Youngest Daughter by Super Heaven. That's a good one. Yeah, that's kind of, how about Man of Constant Sorrow? Bob Marley, Man of Constant Sorrow. There's a little Jim Campolongo sort of styling there. I don't know if you know Jim. He's a super telly player, you know, super guitar player, and that was sort of in his. There's a little quote to him. Jim, check out Jim. Do a Morgan Wallen song. Amen. There you go. Master of Puppets. Now we're talking. All right, we're coming up to the 4 more minutes, and I'm thinking I've just got to get this one. I'll probably do the minor kind of, you know, the Dorian mode, just kind of get that one going. So we're starting with 1 flat 3, 4 flat 5, no, 1 flat 3, 5 flat 7, 1, 1 flat 3, 5 flat 7, and then we slide up 1 position to get chromatic with it. But we're not really going to bother with the 6th string, so we've got all 4 fingers at work. It's basically the, you know, 1.5 octaves, almost 2 octaves of the minor 7 chord. Sometimes the dogs think they're alone here. So 1 E and a 2. Let's do quintuplets. Just mix it up to 5s. 1. That was. You know what that is for sure. I know you know that song. Oh, Denim Dennis. Yeah, Denim Dennis is in Philly. Love flannel in Philly. Oh yeah, amen. Yeah. Thinking drop D with that, but I'm getting ready to just start thinking like key of C. I'm thinking key of C, maybe C Ionian or C. So what the problem is here, the problem to overcome is starting with C major scale. I think using that as the parent, the starting point, the parent for, you know, preparation for departure. So let me just, I know it's a bit off. 40 guitars are going to be in Philly. Ooh, hey, there it is. September 25. That's pretty cool. Master, any Prince? Yeah, I think I did a Prince tune on the channel, so if you go check that out, you might enjoy that. You might enjoy it. Maybe it's, I think it was the Gimme song, you know, Purple Rain or something. So here's the drone. The old Tanpura, and it's, you know, backwards, but it is kind of droney. 40 fingers, 40 gingers. Famous skateboarders and company owners. Oh. So just working to continue the warm-up session. So I've got the C sort of droning here. And I'm going to turn, just from the moment, I'm going to go ahead and turn off that metronome. The digital version of this isn't quite as good. It doesn't hit the same as if you have like an acoustic one that you just kind of play in your space. But it kind of does the trick. If you've worked with an acoustic version of it, you know, a Tanpura, kind of, you know, it kind of does the trick, you know, in a pinch. whatever might come to mind. I know I'm playing either C major pentatonic or C major, so or C Lydian maybe. If I reduce what I'm doing to like one string, it really sort of makes it enjoyable for me. Now I can work one string for 15 minutes or for an entire hour and not... See, Mark? Then I can work on repetition. I can start to, can you play Malaguena? Yeah, sure. Great example of how well this Tanpura can work because I'm droning C notes in the background. I'm not sure if you can hear the whole thing or not, but so we're starting with C major and then heading to C minor, which would be natural minor. So we're modally interchanging between C major. That's sort of like the lesson to take. One of the major takeaways from Malaguena is the shift back and forth between the major sonority and the minor sonority. Parallel shift, right? Parallel shifting, really interesting stuff. So we start with C. Now in C minor, C major, C minor, C major, C minor, C major. We could actually move between C major and A flat major, right? start working on major scale. And then harmonic minor, parallel minor. So the Tanpura gives us access to all of those things that we might not otherwise think to accomplish, right? What's up, brother? Hey, servant of God. Amen, man. Yeah, amen. Play in the grass. Was it the grass with the grasshopper? Russian translation. FYI. Oh, thank you, Marco. I appreciate that. I'm missing things here. My day since it's the first time I've seen someone else play live. Oh, okay. All right, good. I'm glad you're here. I play Malagueña in the bass octave. So let's see. I don't know, can you like hide people from the channel? Thank you, guys. No, not you, someone else. So there's a lot going on here with the Tanpura. I want, and you know, we don't need to continue on that. I just wanted to share that with you again because it's such an effective way to, it's an effective way to just sort of get that improvisation sort of cracked open. But we can start working on something other than that for sure. Yeah, just fun stuff now. I think I feel pretty warmed up. I'm just going to just divert back to the 1, 2, 3, 4 exercise just so we can get through. Yeah, it's a Martin guitar, Martin. It's DX2E. All of a sudden, they have a Billy Strings version of the DX2E. Pretty cool. I guess it's a marketable guitar. But it's my workhorse, it's my beater. So I have some pretty cool news to, you know, got another guitar coming that you guys might want to just put the helmet and chin strap on for, because I think we're going to work on chipping details in a little bit, I think, but I'm super excited for this. It's like asking a car enthusiast to test drive like a Ferrari, you know, an F355. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you've ever driven an F355, you can, the gear shift, the stick is like, it's all aluminum. It's machined aluminum so that you can't, they don't want you jamming the transmission into the wrong gear at the wrong time. They don't want you misplacing stuff. So it's a really nice precision piece of equipment. And 0 to 90 miles an hour in like no time. Do you know what I mean? And you can, yeah, it's just something else. So I'm pretty excited about that kid in the candy store kind of thing. So I'll let you know when that sort of happens. It's one of those things that I'm gonna digest and dissect for at length, and I think maybe I'm about finished for today. I'll wrap it up with one of these 1, 2, 3, 4 diagonal patterns, just because I think it's. But I'll do these in sextuplets and see if we can keep up with that. I'm not sure if maybe I'm not really that warmed up. So let's go ahead and get that metronome back at 60. Hey, Kevin. All right, see you tomorrow, man. Thank you for coming, and thank you for being here, man. I get it's hard to practice enough gratitude for your seat time, so thank you. Go a little extra today and just play a few songs. So is anybody here remaining with that had requests earlier? Hey, Guitar Forever. Justin, glad to have you here, man. I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you again soon. So let's see if we can speed up the, I'm just going to work on Black Mountain Rag a little bit and see if we can just get that up to tempo here real quick. Maybe, I don't know. Day, man. Yeah, take care. I'm just going to hang out and just get some more work done, just for a few minutes. Thank you very much for being here. Look out for an email. Oh, hey, sounds good. You take your time. Yeah, maybe we'll see you later today, man. All right, travel well. So 1, 2, 1. Please order a B next time you are in a restaurant. Send home some honey money. Clip chicks need feed today. Man, it's just a beautiful thing to live this life. All right. Getting there. B is a fresh pressed orange juice with honey in it. Ooh, that sounds good. And then here's another one that I really wanted to just kind of dial in a little bit more, spend a little bit more time in the key of D. D's got some different fingerings, you know, D's got some really different stuff going on here. All right, so let me just see what's going on here. Do you play Metallica? I do play Metallica. Like, I'm a huge fan of Metallica. What is your favorite song? Mine is Fade to Black. That's good. I think this one's pretty cool. They're all good, you know. Welcome to a time stands still. No one leaves and no one will. Come on. Just really great stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really remember it. I haven't played it for a long time. It's been a long time. Uriah Heep. All right. Let's see what's going on. Uriah Heep. Man, it's been a long time. Lady in Black. Let's see what we got here. Oops. It's playing in the dining room, which I don't want to do. And maybe we can get it to play here. I don't know. Here we go.
She came to me one morning, one lonely Sunday morning, her long hair blowing in the midwinter wind. I don't know how she found me, for in darkness I was walking, and destruction lay around me from a fight I could not win.
Yeah, what a great tune. Yeah, wonderful stuff, man. You just bought a Gibson Explorer. Very cool, man. Here's one of Raul's diminished licks right here. Oh, what is it? So diminished works like it's like 1 flat 3, and it's all minor, right? So as long as you can remember that, oh, there's a flat 3 here, and then a flat 3 here, and then a flat 3 here, then we just cycle it every 3 frets. How would we turn that into a fingering that we could run with? So it's going to be a sweep picking technique for me in order to get that you know, kind of up to tempo. We could just leave it here, like, you know, where the fourth finger was, and just kind of, just, that's my next landing spot, so I have a landmark of where to shift to the next position. So that keeps me organized, right? Yeah, gotta work out some fingerings here. It's all right. So if you want to learn diminished sequencing, Raul's got all kinds of that on his channel. We'll check that out. Raphael, good morning. Guten Tag. Yeah, just playing around now. Just I'm going to be another probably 2 or 3 minutes, and then I've got a jet for today. But I really appreciate you guys hanging out today. It's fun. Any other suggestions? Any other? How does the Explorer play? That's a pretty big guitar, right? It's a beautiful guitar. One of the first licks I've ever learned. Yeah, great song. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. How he uses that 6 there. Let's try first position. What a great turnaround, though, you know? Yeah, good stuff, man. I'm probably going to get copyright strikes all day long on that, but that's all right. That's okay. I think that's about it for me today. Just gotta tighten it down and get back at it. So thank you so much for sticking around this long. I believe it. Jerry Garcia was asked if he could be any band, what would he be? And he replied, the Allman Brothers. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, well, thanks again, gang. We'll see you tomorrow. I have a more focused session for you tomorrow and ready to go. Just until we meet again tomorrow morning. See you. I wish you happy picking. Okay, we'll see you then. Bye now.